Welcome to Super Simple Security Principles, where you learn how to think about online security, not just which apps to install. I'm Nick Jackson, here to learn along from my good buddy and master guardian, Makani Mason. Woo! This is episode 102, How to Ditch Gmail but Keep Google Docs. So that's intriguing because we haven't always been the biggest hypers of Google email, the Gmail, but we've kind of liked a little bit of some of the docs that they've got. So yeah, I'm intrigued. So where are we going to start?
Well, so my premise is this. To me, there are superior alternatives to Gmail, right?
Okay,
We've talked about that lots, right?
Yep.
But for Google Docs, there aren't even a lot of direct competition. There really isn't anything. Proton Docs is coming along. They just added spreadsheets, so they're working on being a viable alternative to Google Docs. But really, as it is, it works really well. And as much as I have issues with, privacy or whatever, in terms of what it does, it really is a very good product and better than anything else, frankly, at this stage. And so, I'm picking my battles, you could say.
All right.
And so my premise is this, that, for this episode is maybe somebody that I've convinced you finally that Gmail is not the best email provider for you.
Right.
Maybe you want to switch to Fastmail, or maybe you want to switch to Proton Mail. But either way, you're like, I don't know if I can do it because I can't give up on everything else, Google. Gmail may be inferior, maybe there's better options, but Google Docs isn't, and Google Drive or Photos or whatever else. Google Docs I picked because that's the most common one that I feel like is very clearly superior, at least compared with everything I've found.
Yeah.
But it's really just you can ditch Gmail and keep all other Google services. So,
right.
I understand and respect that. I'm really grateful for anybody who's willing to be like, okay, Gmail, but I want to keep everything else. And it can be done. You can ditch Gmail and keep all the rest of Google services.
Dude, can I throw a wrench in your whole game plan?
Sure, I love wrenches.
Okay, man. I'm throwing a wrench into your program right now because here's the deal.
Yeah.
We use Google Photos, right?
Yeah.
Like my family, I've got a nephew that lives in Mexico. I've got, family all over the country. And so we use a lot of Google Docs to share photos of our families, right? And so long story short, we're using these Google Docs to share photos, but I'm wondering...
You mean just Google Photos? You don't use Google
Docs?
Yes,
Google Photos. Excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah. But we're creating these albums, right?
Yeah.
Google Photos.
Yeah.
How secure are those photos?
Well, from everybody besides Google, the security is pretty good.
Okay.
It's just that Google can see them.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah. So now Photos is another one that is high on my list, and I have found there are some great competition with Google Photos as well.
Okay, good.
The main problem there is adoption because, like most competitive ones, they're not free.
Right.
And so because it's an adoption question, but yeah, that's another one that maybe I'll do an episode on at some point because there are some good competitors to Google Photos. But
nice. Okay.
Also because it's collaborative, and unlike email, if you switch your email, it's still compatible with everybody else's email. But if you switch who you're using Photos with, everybody else that you share photos with has to switch their photos as well, at least the ones where they interact with you.
Right.
And that makes it extra challenging. And so I haven't gotten a lot of people to, switch at this point. So anyway, that's...
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah, and that's the case with Google in general. Like they have good security, they really do. They just don't have any privacy from them.
Yeah.
They can access all your stuff. And my interpretation of their behavior is that they do, that they monetize all your data in basically any way they can, generally speaking.
Yeah.
You know, without getting into specifics, broad strokes, that's their model, is advertisements and using your data to help build their advertising model. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah. So the way most people create a Google account is
Mm-hmm.
by signing up for Gmail.
Yep. That's how I
Right?
did.
Yeah. Well, and for most people, the notion of even talking about a Google account separate from a Gmail account it sounds like something weird. They don't understand what I'm talking about. They look at me with confusion, right?
Yeah.
So, and we've talked about this a little bit once before, but here's how to think about it, because just like with any other kind of website out there, what do you normally do? You go, you sign up, you put in an email address,
Yep.
right? Now, the fact is, even though Google doesn't make this front and center, you can do the same with Google. So by default, they just have it so you start with an email account, you create that email account, and then that is associated, and that's the email that you use for all the Google services.
Gotcha.
But in reality, Gmail is just another service along with Google Drive, Google Docs. And so you just have to, if you want to have a Google account but without Gmail, then when you're going to sign up for a Google account, it's basically a matter of going to the right URL, clicking the right places, and creating a Google account with a non-Gmail address.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Yep.
So
Total
it's
sense.
sort of hidden, but once you get to the right place, it's mostly the same. Creating a Google account without a Gmail account is mostly the same as creating a Gmail account with a Google account.
Right. So you could go in and use like your Fastmail, super easy.
Yeah, exactly. Or a Yahoo, for that matter.
Yeah.
Anything. Any email will work with it. So
Nice.
now, here's the tricky part, because for a lot of people listening, they're going to have an existing Google account.
Right.
So I don't know of any way you can actually say, get rid of the Gmail account associated with my Google account and keep everything else.
Right.
Right. So this would apply to new Google accounts. But what you can do is transition away from actually using that Gmail account. It'll be sitting there, but if you create a new email account and switch all your websites and all your correspondence with friends and family and everybody know to the new email account, even though your old Gmail account will technically still exist, it's just won't be relevant anymore. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Is there a way to forward your messages from people that you want from Gmail to your new email?
Oh yeah, yeah. So you can either have it forwarding from your Gmail to your, say, let's talk about Fastmail,
Yeah.
or you can have Fastmail pulling from there as well. You can do it either direction.
Oh, cool.
And that's probably something. Well, we'll definitely be talking about in the workshop whenever we finally eventually get to that. Maybe
Right.
we'll even do a podcast episode on that. But yeah, there's definitely, like, transitioning from Gmail to
Mhm.
Fastmail specifically. Yeah, you can do it gradually. It doesn't have to be super painful. It doesn't have to be overnight. You don't have to check multiple accounts. Like, there's a lot of tricks you can use to make it I won't say painless, but minimize the pain and effort involved in transitioning, for sure.
Excellent. Okay.
So that's the main thing, is I wanted to make sure people knew, look, you can
Yeah.
keep all the Google stuff. Switching your email account does not mean giving up on Google. That's my overall message for today. And obviously I've been talking about this forever. We'll keep talking about it. I think ditching Gmail it's a battle worth fighting,
Yeah.
And so from my perspective, in terms of what I'm teaching and what I'm messaging, again, I'm picking my battle. Email, at least for now, is the battle I most want to win.
Right.
Fine, keep your Google Docs, but ditch Gmail, please. Please.
Right.
Ditch Gmail.
I like it.
So,
you ready for my
you?
summation?
Yeah.
My summation is we've been saying this for a long time. Your Gmail needs to go. It's that simple, right? You need to find a service that's better than Gmail. Best part is you can still use Google Docs without using Gmail. So go ahead and do it. Obviously, we've got an upcoming, event that we're going to do about email that we're excited for, a little workshop. But right now, my concern is what Google is doing with the information they gather on me. And it doesn't seem like they're respecting my privacy a lot. They're more than willing to sell my information. So for me, no thanks. I want out. So it's a very easy decision for me to say, hey, look, I want my privacy more than I want you selling your information to anybody. So let's make the switch. Let's get ready. We already learned a couple of tricks that you might be able to forward that pertinent information or even pull, certain emails. So yeah, I'm pumped. That was good.
Okay.
I'm ready to ditch it.
All right. Are you ready to take action and wondering where to start? Get my Bulletproof My Identity Starter Kit for free. The 7 most vital layers of protection everyone needs. I'll send you one step at a time and help you if you get stuck. Just go to bulletproofmyid.com and enter your name and email, and I will send you the first step. Again, that's bulletproofmyid.com.